Pythagoras theorem rules, like 3:4:5. And you've simplified a question, narrowed down to that, show that, not just indicate an answer. Secondly, there are those people who remain seated as others are working out. Make sure you won't come from your group to come and do working of what you've copied from another group which was working ahead of yours. Because that one will be noticed and that group will be disqualified in that specific question. Thirdly, there are no more than one member. In fact, you're not supposed to be 2 members of a group coming to do a question. Only one person is supposed to be here. And in case a group member would like to offer some support, they'll have to excuse themselves, but with no noise. In fact, I need pin drop silence. For the audience, the ones who are not in any groups, make sure you also work on the questions silently. There will be something for the first person from the audience to get the question right and correct, but for you to be ascertained to be correct. Once you are through with working out the question, don't shout out the answer. Just raise up your hand. I'll come and check if your answer is correct. And now we are just seeing the smaller audience here. We have the large audience that is online. Because now we are live on what we are doing. So what we are doing is seen not only by ourselves, but another person who can access internet and YouTube to see what we are practicing. So first of all, what do we tell our online audience? What do we tell them? So I welcome each and every one of us. All the ideas are welcomed, but no noise making. I'll be issuing the questions. I'll be giving the guidelines and the check-in. We have a timer that will be timing the duration that you will take when you are doing the questions. Ms. CY will take the marks. She will record the marks as per the groups. By the end of it, we'll know which group is the winner, which member of the audience was also able to answer the questions, and that will follow or precede the awards. Am I clear? Yes. So can you now make sure you know the members of your group very well, discuss, and in that effect, when you look at each and every board, there's a marker pen, so you should not come with one. I want a member from this group, a member from this group. I don't know, I've seen you, but this is not time for that. A member from this group, and a member from this group, and you know your group names. Group A, they call themselves Pythagoras. Okay. Group B, we have brainstormers, and group C, we have month masters. Group C, we have June, Renee, and Ruth. Those are the members. Group A, we have Abigail, Amy, and Gadoni. And Group A, we have Julian, Joy, and Jillian. Now we are ready to start. At your group, the questions are coming. Be patient. And now we are starting the question number 1. Then, having given the 3 of them the questions, I signal you to start as I share the questions with the rest. For the audience, make sure you don't share your work. Remember, when you see your group member is getting stuck, go there, excuse yourself, take over the member to sit down, then you continue working on the question. Also, for those who are working, in case you feel you are stuck, seek help from your group members. Someone will come to rescue you out. Remember, the time is moving, you are being timed. A question is supposed to take 5 minutes. Timer, how many minutes have we taken so far? 2 minutes. We have 3 minutes, and I can give an extension of up to 8 minutes maximum per question. decimal number. So, in that effect, this group has done clear working and they have it correct. Madam CY, Group A, they have it right. Now we'll give them a benefit of doubt because they had started off so well with the 64, then they wrote 62, which we are not sure where it came from. So we give them first runners up. This group, they need to know square root is not divided by 2. A square root of a number is a number that you multiply by itself to make the square. You can erase the board now. We go to the next question. You can clear the first question from your table. I'm about to issue the second question, and I'll pick the question at a random. I'm not sure which question I'm picking from my questions. I'll just pick any that I will get. These are the questions now. They are here. Maths Masters. May I have someone from Maths Masters group? Someone from the Pythagoreans? And someone from Brain Masters before I give out the questions. And remember what I said, clear working out, showing your steps will earn you a mark. Confusion will cost you, just as you've seen in brainstormers. So I issue the questions now. I'm not a member of your group. Now, the question is question 4. It is a diagram. And there's a point that is written 3 centimeters. We are working with meters. They are supposed to be 3 meters and not centimeters. The question is very clear. Just study it well, and you'll find it easy. 2 minutes are over. Don't panic. Take your time, study the question. Because those are two right-angled triangles. I see our teams are coordinating so well. The coordination is awesome. Let us back up our team members. June is asking for support from group members, the team members, maths masters. I will read the question. A man travels A to B, B to C, C to D, and then finally D to E. What will be the shortest route the man could have taken, and by how many meters? Remember, we've already been given the sizes of the longest route. But this man can decide to walk direct from A to E. Direct from A to E. How many meters will he cover instead of going round the corners? Is there a team that is through? Remember, the working out should be clear. Any team that is through? Time is so much spent. Julian, if you are not satisfied, make the adjustments. You still have your time. But make sure you agree as a group, as a team. I'm about to stop my watch. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. I see no one on this. Are you through? Are you through from this team? And make sure what you do, you agree as a team. Make sure what you do, you agree as a team. Remember, the shortest route remains to be the hypotenuse of those right-angled triangles. That will be the shortest route. The shortest route remains to be the hypotenuse of those two right-angled triangles. This team, you are through? Brainstormers, you are through? Brainstormers are through. Let us wait for the rest. Audience, noise is not allowed. Don't call your team member from your sitting position. Approach them. Brainstormers, we should not hear what you are discussing in your house. We should not hear what you are discussing from your house. So far, I get no answer from the audience. The audience, I'm still waiting. Even those online, you can share the question online for the online viewers to do the working out, and they share the answers via this comment section. We'll still mark for them. But unfortunately, I don't know how we'll reach them for the gift. Pythagoreans, are you through? Remember I said, and I explained this for the last time because you are taking a bit long, and you listen. This person walked from A to B, then from B to D. To C. Then from C to D, and from D to E. But now, instead of going all that round, the person could have decided to walk from A to E directly. That means without passing through B and D, but the person will still pass through the C. That means the person will pass through the hypotenuse of those two different right-angled triangles. So what is the length of that from A to E? What is the length from A to E? I see Jaden is asking. Let me see whether he is the lucky person again. Not yet, Jaden. Not yet. From A to E, what is that distance? And to get that distance, that means it is A to C plus C to E. That will give you the shortest distance. I'm breaking it down. Time is so much spent. Time is so much spent. And I saw a correct answer from our Kiswahili teacher, but she added more things and spoiled the correct answer. And I have not said you to the Kiswahili teacher. So, because when I'm teaching Kiswahili, mathematics, the Kiswahili teacher is not there. Let me see whether she'll be the lucky person to get my present for the audience. Pythagoras are done. Maths masters, are you through? So far, from the audience, my present goes to the Kiswahili teacher. Now, the rest. And I'm yet to ascertain whether someone is giving some aid to her. Are you through? Now, the time for that question is over. Listen. I come to this one, and I remember something I used to emphasize. Make sure you agree as a team. Members of brainstormers wrote the right answer, but another member from the group came and changed for a wrong answer, so they are not. Come to this group. These people, they have done excellent work in identified the sizes or the distances from A to C, which is 5 meters, and from C to E, which is 4.1. But unfortunately, they forgot 5 is tenths. Is ones, not tenths. They are not there. Come to the other side. The people decided just to add the numbers and not to continue with the other intense working out. So, in that response, all the teams, they only get 1 point. There is no winner for that, but our Kiswahili teacher. So, can I hear now, what is supposed to be the right answer? 9.1 meters, because This person over here, after doing the excellent work, it was 4.1 plus 5.0, which is 9.1 meters. Now, I repeat, make sure you work as a team. Brainstormers worked so well, but someone, when they were through, requested to come and change. We have to be fair enough for them to allow them to change. Then they said, please, we don't want to be correct. We want the wrong answer. Now, we go to the next question. I'll pick a question at random. Yes? You want us to subtract? Oh, this minus this? Yes. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. That is a great question. But remember, it's still the same person. They decided not to follow the long route and they go direct. You just need to come out with what distance will they cover over here? How many meters? Which is here and this one. It is shorter because this will give you, this is 7, this will be 11.9. That is longer than 9.1. But now we are not asking for the details of doing the 11.9 minus 9.1, which will give you 2.8. But we wanted just the distance from A to E, not the difference. Now, let us save time. We go to the next question. Thank you. Here I have the next question. Members from Maths Masters, one person. Raise the board. Pythagoras, member from here. And I repeat, make sure you agree as a team. You agree as a team. With me, I have question number 3. It's very easy. It is the easiest of all the questions. So, timer. You can now start. Yes?
The height of 2 buildings, I don't get it.
Yes, there are 2 different buildings. Let me issue off the papers first, then I come back to you. Remember, that is now an application question that I've given you. It is an application question. I can see another team forming there. I don't know how to call them. We don't have their space on the board. Edward, you are banned from coming here. Make sure you study the question well, and I'll read the question even for our online viewers. The height of two buildings is 34 meters and 29 meters respectively. That means we have two buildings. One of them is how many meters? 34 meters. And the other one is 29 meters. There are two separate, different buildings. Then the distance between the two buildings is 12 meters. So one building which is 4 meters is here. The other one is here. That is 34 meters. This is 29 meters. The distance between the two buildings, 12 meters. What is the distance? Okay, the final question, find the distance between their tops. The top there and the top here. What is that distance? I hope we take the shortest time now possible. From the audience? Okay, the Pythagoreans are through. We will ascertain whether they are correct or not. Timer, the Pythagoreans are through. We will ascertain whether they are through. We will ascertain whether they are through or not. And that means, but let me not conclude my point. Maths masters. The brainstormers. The time for the question is almost elapsing. We have like 1 minute remaining. Maths masters and the brainstormers. And remember, by the end of it, we are all winners. We are all what? Winners. And to our online viewers, do we have some answers there online? Our technical team. They've not posted their answers. Okay. Brainstormers, are you through? Okay. We are waiting for the maths masters so that we can check whether the teams that are through are right or wrong. For the teams that are calling me, I'll be unfair to come and listen to you over the questions when the others are still waiting. Now, I see they are all through. Which was the first team to finish? The Pythagoreans. I like their thinking. They were able to draw the two different buildings. The distance between them is well highlighted here. Then they worked on it to find that this is 29 meters, this has a height of 34 meters. The difference between 34 and 29 is 5. So 5 meters. So from here upwards, this is taking 5 meters. It's 5 meters longer than the previous one, the one which is 29. Then we have the 12 meters. 12 squared is 144 plus 5 squared, which is 25. That gives you 169. That means the distance between their tops, their square is 169. But we are not looking for the square. We are looking for the size. You get the square root, which is 13. So they are correct. They have 5 points. We come to this side. Let me check their working out. The working out is very clear. They went for 5 is to 12 is to 13. That is correct. And finally, to the maths masters, they have the right answer, but I still find it difficult to trace how we reached out to the answer. Because we have 12, 34, and 29, then all of a sudden a 13 comes in. But they have 1 point. Erase the board, we go to the next question. Oh, sorry. From the audience, I got a correct answer. And the correct answer was from none other than Seth. Now we go to the next question. I think I've also felt the heat and I had to offload some of the clothes. From the brainstormers, kindly let me have one person, Pythagoreans, one person, and the maths masters. And please, before you start working out that question, I ask of you, make sure you study it well. Not reading, but studying the question well. I distribute the questions now. And now we are working on question number 5. And I see there is some sort of coincidence in question 3 and 5. I don't know how it came to be. So make sure you work smart and you study the question well, Ivy. The working has started. I see each team is busy working. My technical team, you can share the question online for the online viewers to help us in working out. Pythagoreans are telling me they are through. We will determine, we'll check and know whether they are through. So our technical team, kindly share the question for our online viewers. And to our online viewers, make sure you provide that answer. I know I'll get you something. Even if it will come online. I like it's good though. The brain masters are also saying that they are through. We'll check on that to see whether they are through. Maths masters. The maths masters. I can hear some people have started talking. Especially from the teams, there might be a penalty if you are so uncontrollable. Those ones who are talking. I see now the Pythagoreans are trying to cover their work, but they are not sure whether they are covering the right answer. So, because I've not released the results, we don't know whether they are right or wrong. But it is good to protect your own. No. We are waiting for the maths masters. Mathematics masters. Mathematics masters, we are waiting for you. And I feel the time is up. From the timer, the time is up. So can we get back to our teams? Then we go through to see which house, which team is correct. From the timer's desk, Which team finished first? The Pythagoreans. The Pythagoreans, I see they drew the question was talking about what? A lamp post. There is one which was 33 and 24. The difference was that. And I said, this question was not different from the previous that we had done. This person was creative enough to come up with a trapezium with the parallel lines being the lampposts. They, of course, have different heights, which are shown here to be 33 and 24. The distance between them is 40 meters. It is well shown there. Then the difference between the height of the lamppost, which is the part occupied here, is 9 meters. Then they went to show 9 is to 40 is to 41. They seem to be aware of that 9 is to 40 because they had 9 and a 40, so it was easy to know the next number will be 41. And in that effect, they are correct. Then when we come to the brainstormers, I see they also did the same. That means they are correct from our recording table. Then lastly, we have the maths masters. They've taken long, but finally they made it to the destination. They are also correct. So I leave the awarding of marks from the timer in the recording table because they know which team finished first. Besides that, we have our audience. And from our audience, we got the first correct answer from none other than Ariana. Then, I don't know whether we have an answer from our online viewers. Oh, Brian got it. I think I will have to look for him. That is awesome. Now, those who are talking and calling out, that will come at the end of the game. There are no rules to change. And now we are going for the last and the final question. Erase the board. Those who are talking, and I see myself penalizing the Pythagoreans because they are very noisy. So, be cautious on that. Because someone might wonder, I got it correct, but I have the least marks because of the contact from the team. Now I want a member from the brainstormers, the Pythagoreans, and the maths masters. We are now working on the 6th question. We are on the 6th question that I will share with them. Pythagoreans, I'm waiting for a person there. And now we start. The technical team, please share the question for our online viewers to also continue working on it. Is Miss Casili still in the house? She's still working out the questions. Now, the distance from a point on the ground to the base of a tree is 12.6 meters. The distance from a point, and when it talks of the distance from a point, it is that point that is 12.6 meters away from the tree. Is to the top of the tree is 13 meters. Calculate the height of that tree. Again, that is an application question.